Good morning, everyone. My name is Laura Stranks and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Thanks for joining me today. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Glad to have you on. If you wish to subscribe, my YouTube channel is called Creative Gems. You can pop on there and subscribe. If you hit the little bell when you subscribe, you will get notification when I do a video, when I upload one. I also have a Facebook group called Laura's Craft Room Tips and Tutorials, and I've got over 5,000 members in there now. It sort of grew really quickly. I'm enjoying everyone's comments and shares that they're doing. It's a very nice group so far. Looking forward to that. You can apply to go in that group. There's a couple of little questions there about why you want to join, and also that you agree to the rules, and I'll look at those as I go, and then you're in the group. I've also got a Facebook page called Cards by Laura. It's where I put my cards that I've done at my workshops and classes, and just ones in between that you might like to look at for inspiration. Message me if you want any instructions. In my Facebook group, all my videos for my YouTube channel go in there in the files section. There's tutorials and PDFs in there. You're quite welcome to share those and use those for yourself as well. Now we shall get started. This card we're doing today, as you can see, it's just a one layer. It's all in one piece and a couple of little extra panels. It's called a twin, well, I've named it a twin stand-up easel card, because these little easels stand up and you've got two that zip up there in the middle. Quite easy to do. I've written out all your measurements for you. The measurements will be in the description box of the YouTube video as well, but they'll also be in the tutorial in my files section in my Craft Room Tips and Tutorials group. So I shall just show you the measurements first off. Everything's prepped as I usually do. I prep ahead of time with a lot of my pieces. These are the measurements we're going to go through, and I'm doing it in a totally different colour. This card that I've got here was done by a friend of mine. She's in my team, my Stampin' Up! Team, and she did this one for me. So I've just cased it and done it in my own little colours and decorations. A little bit different to hers, but it's on the same scale with the measurements and the behind pieces. So it sits up like that. We'll start off with the base, and I've chosen, I'll just get all these pieces off the top first. My base measures 7 inches by 6 inches, and then there's some mats to go under that. This is out of the Masterfully Made DSP pack. It's a big double, and it's the single pack. It's just a normal 24 sheet pack. 24 or 12, I think it's 24 sheets. That's one of the patterns. It's quite bright on most of the papers, but this one's not too bad. It's quite subtle. It's got a little print in the background of that with the leaves on it. The base mat, which is in Berry Burst, it measures 5 5/8 by 3 3/4. And then the DSP on the top is 5 3/8 by 3 1/2. And that will go, I'll show you the scoring in a minute. And then I've got all these pieces. This is my back panel. We'll go down here. Back mat is this one. Basic white is 5 5/8 by 3 3/4. And that's the same as that on the back there. My friend has just stamped a decoration. I've put little strips of the DSP on mine. The strips measure 3 3/4 by 1/2 inch. And I've already adhered those on. The mats for the easel, and I've glued most of these already. I'm doing one to show you how it works. So you'll have the stand-up mat that goes on the easel part once we've scored it. And then you have a mat on top of that, which is the Berry Burst. These mats here are the same colour as your base that's in the Fresh Freesia. This one here measures 3 by 3, and then the Berry Burst in the coordinating colour is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and that I'm going to stick onto that one. There's one I've already done, and the DSP, or you could emboss a piece of cardstock on here if you don't want to use DSP. Just run one of your folders through your cardstock through your folder, and that measures 2.5 by 2.5. I'll just have a mouthful of water, and then my greeting, I've just done. This is out of the Stylish Shapes dies. It's a banner, but I've shortened it. I don't know if anyone knows how you shorten them, where you straddle the plate. I can do it on another video next time. You shorten your top plate so it, and after when you first cut, and then you shorten your top plate so it doesn't cut the other end of it. That's how I've done the back piece. And this one here on the top, I'll show you all the dies and everything I've used. It's this one out of the Charming Sentiments, and it has a die that fussy cuts around it. That's that one there on the white. My pearls that I've put on, they are the flat adhesive back pearls, which are these beautiful, beautiful pearls. I love these. I've got a few packs of those. That's my case for my pearls as well. And then for the flowers, I have done a mile of flowers here. I've still got one to put together for you, or put the leaf on anyway. It's all of these, and they're all out of, I love these dies, Paper Florist dies. There's the banner for the greeting, the behind piece, out of the Stylish Shapes. And all of these come with this Paper Florist set. I've used this one here for some of my flowers, and I've also used this one here, and I've also used the center of that little one there, and the leaves, which are this one here. Nicely detailed leaf on that one. So they're the dies I've used out of that set. The square mat, oh, that's for a different one again. I've got that with the wrong. That's the, if you want to cut, I didn't cut, I just cut the measurements 3 by 3 and 2.5 by 2 3/4 bit, and those ones, but you could use that die if you wish, but I haven't used it on this one. That's on another card. So we shall get started, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. We'll get this base piece out first. I'll put these measurements away. Now we're going to score, and I've got my thing here so I don't muck it up to start. The base on the long side, which is the 7-inch side, I'll just get the trimmer out. You're going to score it at, it's not in half, it's at 3 inches. So down there, put your cutter out of the road. That's your 3-inch mark there. Oh, I've already scored that, and I didn't take any notice of what I've done. Oh well, that won't matter, it'll get covered anyway. So we've got 3 inches. I forgot I'd already scored it for you. 3 inches there. I'll just push it out a little bit on the other one. I don't know if you know how to do that. If you turn it over, you can more or less push that down. And we'll just about push it all the way. It'll be covered anyway, so you won't notice it. So we'll bend that one down. Actually, I'll go this way because my cut lines are the other way. We'll burnish that one. That score line I did have will be at the back, and it's going to get covered with the white piece anyway. Now, with a pencil and a ruler, I found this the easiest way to do it. You're going to cut from this top corner here, the 2 points, down to the center here. And this is 6 inches wide, which we'll turn our ruler around to the inches. 6 inches, so we're going to cut down. We're going to cut down to there first and score. I did tell you the wrong thing. We're not going to cut that way. We're going to score that way. So here, you're going to put your cut blade, and that one there. We're going to cut it down the center. Just get my trimmer out again. So just line that pencil mark up on the thing, and I would start on your score line here so you can get it exactly. Excuse my head if it's in the road. And I'm just going to go up on that 3-inch mark. So it's cut in the centre like so. Gives you a little flap. That's that one. I will need this again. I'll just rub out those pencil marks because we can see where we're going now. Now you're going to score from the top left corner here with that in the track down to here. I'm going to put that pencil mark, I will put that pencil mark back there just for now so I can see where I am. So you need to line that, your pencil mark. I shall get that trimmer out of the road so I don't accidentally cut it. So from there, trying to put that in the track up here and the track down here. And we're going to score from there just down to that. It's a little bit hard to see. You could do this with a ruler and a stylus, but that's perfect there. And then from there, we'll put this down again. Go from that score line down to that pencil mark. Make sure it's in the track. It's sort of, I'm going to, this little groovy piece here will line up with this score line that you did originally. So, but you could use your, that went perfectly on there. So that's that piece, that's all you do there. And then these will fold inwards, like so. And it will sit up like so. And then we decorate it. Just rub that pencil mark out again. If you use it probably would be easier to use a stylus and a ruler to do your score lines that way, but I found that easy enough. I'll just burnish those two. This is my first time making this because my sample card was made by my friend, so I'm hoping I'm doing it the right way. I cut all the pieces just measured straight from hers. So that sits like that. Then we have these pieces. We shall put, I'll put this back piece on first. I'm going to use a bit of my stamp and seal. Always seems to drag a little piece behind until you get it going. It's just getting the right pressure on these. I'll go another bit along there. Better. I can see where it's missed a few bits. So this will just go on this mat here, the berry burst, like so, nice and even. And it has got a bit of a writing imprint on the back of that, so just make sure it's up the right way. It's easy enough to see if you focus on one of the words. It's easy enough to tell which way it goes up. You can use any DSP on here. You could even emboss the base piece here with an embossing folder if you like. That goes that way. We shall put that in there. Nice and even all the way around. Then we have our back piece. We can put that on as well. Just open it out flat. I did have this up a certain way as well. My snail doesn't want to play the game today. Just go around. I like to go around all 4 edges. I don't like it lifting, just by putting a little piece on. And this one will go, the writing, that way. This is exactly the sizes, same size as the front mat that you had, and then the strips are just 1/2 inch wide with the length down that way. So that's that piece. This is quite simple today. The longest part it took me was to do all those flowers. So I'll just adhere this one onto here. I've already done one of them, and this is one of the mats that go on, the DSP that goes. I've chosen all the same pattern of DSP. I didn't want to mix up too many patterns. That one goes that way. That's 3 by 3, and then 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Oh, this is the 3 by 3, these ones. But I'm going to put these onto here. Now they will sit like so. As you can see there on that one, they sit up facing the centre. And all you're going to do, I'm just going to use some liquid glue on this. There's my flowers gone to the floor. And I'm just going to put liquid glue on this rectangle piece, not rectangle. Yes, it is a rectangle. No, it's not a rectangle. It's a triangle. Getting my angles mixed up here. It's a triangle. So one of these will go on here. If you just put it flat down onto there and line it up all the way around, it is exact same size, because that was 3 inches that you cut where you scored on the score line. It was 3 inches, so that should be, and this is a 3-inch square piece, so that will sit straight on top of that. And the other one, whoops, that can go to the floor and I'll pick it up later. It's just the top of my snail. Oh, I did that wrong. Talking away, I'm not used to I'll just get out a wipe and quickly wipe that before we start. I knew I'd do something wrong. It's got to go on the other piece. And what I'm going to do, I'll let that dry for a sec. Put some glue where it's supposed to be, which is on here. What I was doing then, not thinking. You always got to have one boo-boo. On there. Won't see the back of that. That'll straighten out when it dries. And it'll also straighten out on here. I quickly wiped it off before it got time to set. And it'll stop the curl will stop once I put these top layers on. All fixed. So that's that one. And then these, with my writing that way, one will go on here. Now you'll see these stand up like so, and I'm going to put my easel piece at the bottom. I can put these two on, and they can go all over instead of just in one corner. And this will hold that where it was curled a bit from me wiping it. It will straighten it out. These will straighten because they're quite firm. There's 3 layers here. That one will go on there. I've got my writing the correct way. That way. A nice quick card, but has a little bit of wow to it. Just double check my, it's very hard to see that one. No, it's that way. That way. I don't want to have the writing upside down. It might look, not that you can see it that much. And that one's on there. And they will sit up like so. And it's just a single layered card. It will fit into this one may not, because I've got a lot of flowers on it. I was going to make a box, but I'll just do the standard card today. Now I've got these for my stoppers. I'm going to put my greeting in here first, and I'm going to put it flat. I want to make sure I work out where these are going to go. I might just judge. I think my friend put hers up a little bit, so we'll go up here a little bit, not too high, and even on both sides. And I'm just going to lay that flat because you don't want any bulk at the back. The stoppers, I've put the stoppers up, the flowers up on 2 lots of dimensionals, so it will sit up nicely. I'll just go a little bit above halfway. I think that'll sit there okay and still be noticed. And I've got some of the flat pearls on there as well. That one there. And that will go, actually I might move that. Oh no, that'll be fine. I might move it up a little bit, just a fraction. So a bit above halfway. Probably should have done my stoppers first, but that's okay. It will, I'm going to put them there and the other one on that side. I've already put the dimensionals on the back. So I've got two doubles, they're double height, just to give it a little bit of height. And I don't want to cover my greeting, so I'm going to put it right out to the side a bit. And the same with this one. These florist dies, paper florist dies they're called, so pretty. I've done a few projects with them. This one is going here, and that will stand up like so. It just needs a bit of a crease. Got that a little bit high there. Just want to crease that again. Wasn't that better? It's just not quite sitting down. It will eventually. Right, that's those. Now I've got all of these flowers. I've just got one more leaf to put on. I wanted to show you. I've layered all of them up. I've sponged around on the edges, and I sponged with the fresh freesia on all the flowers, even the dark one. You can't quite see. It does give it a little bit of shadow, but I put fresh freesia on the edges. And these are Lost Lagoon, which I've done Lost Lagoon around the edges. And I did snip off the bottom two leaves, like so. And then I'll just put that in behind there. I'll use a glue dot. I use glue dots to put all the flowers together. I feel they're a little bit stronger than just liquid glue. Just put that on there. I love using glue dots. And then just pop it in behind. Doesn't matter where it goes. Now I'm just going to decorate these. I've got two of each colour on here. Going to mix them up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, like so. And they've already gone fairly high, so I'm just going to use glue dots again, because all the layers, it's made it quite thick. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of cardstock plus the pearl and the leaf, so they're quite high already without doing any more height. Whoops, got my finger stuck in there. And just make sure, I'm trying to get it so that the leaves are not outside the perimeter of the card either. Put that one down in there. We'll just go in all directions, it doesn't matter where they go. These glue dots are super strong. The white one turned out really pretty with the fresh freesia edges. And that one will go down there. And then the other three, I'll try and put them so that they're not in the same order. We'll put the purple one first, or berry burst, not purple. Go it down the bottom. I keep pulling that too hard. I need another glue dot on that. glue dots are quite strong and they stick to your finger and very hard to get off. I'll go down here. Just trying to angle them. This one will come in up here. Probably didn't matter which way the writing was because it's getting covered mostly anyway. You wouldn't be able to see it. It's mainly this piece down here to get the writing in the right direction. And that one will go over in there. Turn that one around a little bit. And that is my card. That one doesn't want to sit down properly. Oh, it probably needs pushing up here, which is going to be hard to. Eventually it'll sit. That's better. So there we go. It could do with something down here, but I'll leave it for now. It looks quite nice the way it is. And that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed that. A twin stand-up easel card is the name of it, if you're looking for it on my channel. Thank you for watching today. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube and my hop in and have a look in my Facebook group as well if you like to join. That's the other one there. My friend did a bigger greeting. I think that's why it looks a little bit bare. Plus the pattern paper looks quite nice. That's it from me. Have a lovely day and I'll catch you all again next week. Bye for now.